What's up, you guys? Today we're going to be talking about why I switched to PC from console. I'm joined here with
Alex.
And let's fucking do this. So, I recently changed from PC to console, as I said.
Right.
It's better, but there's way more there's way more things, there's way more loops to jump through when you own a PC. You have to download so much more just to use certain games. You have to download like Java in order to get Minecraft. There's so much extra to do, but it's just all in all a better experience than PC. Than console. So that's just my take on it. Like I went from Xbox One. Well, I'm not going all the way back. We already did that on another podcast. Check it out. But so I went from Xbox One to PlayStation 4 to now PC. And I think the thing that I appreciate about the PC so much is that if you get a good enough graphics card and system and all that, you can play games that come out 5 years from now on your PC without having to buy a whole new console. And I think that's amazing because, as you guys know, PlayStation 5 is coming out soon. Which means they're going to eventually stop making games for PS4. And it's only been, 6 years?
They've already stopped making games for PS3, right?
Yep. They're all done with PS3 games and Xbox 360. So that's the cool thing about PC is that as long as you have a good system and everything, you can play games that come out this year, come out 3 years from now, 5 years from now.
Right. And if you don't, you simply take out the old part and put in a new one.
Yeah, and you don't have to spend $500 on a brand new system every time.
Well, you might have to spend $500 on a new graphics card, but
I doubt that's going to happen that quick, though.
Yeah, that won't happen that quick.
Not every 4 years.
Right.
Like, the way this is turning out. And then also, one thing I appreciate about owning a computer is Steam. They are so awesome when it comes to deals and discounts. They really are. Like, I got Just Cause 3 for $7, which it's still a $20 game out down at GameStop for PS4. I didn't get it, but I was going to. I got Watch Dogs 2 was there for, I think, $6? Yeah. Still a $20 game.
Yeah, Steam sales are the best.
Yeah. Just Cause 4 was on there for $30, and it came out less than a month ago. As just a discount for some fucking reason.
Yeah.
And Humble Bundle is amazing.
Right. Even more discounts.
Sponsor us.
Yeah.
I don't know if you saw the thumbs up.
Right.
Sponsor. But yeah, so I think these would just, like, that's all in one big experience makes it better. Although, I do think controller is superior to mouse and keyboard. That's my opinion.
Which you can still use on PC, so...
Yeah, you can. I'm not going to put it down, but not with every game. There are a lot of games that you can't.
Right.
Minecraft, though, in my opinion, it's easier to use the mouse and keyboard.
Right.
Because, like, there's a lot of moving parts in Minecraft, like, when it comes to building and all that, and I feel like it's easier to use mouse and keyboard to do all the basic things. Whereas, if you're doing it on console, you have to learn all the buttons. It's just weird for me.
Right, so what benefits from a controller?
Like, I don't know, I feel like I get Call of Duty and shit like that. Like, I feel like shooting games are just, they're easier to play with a controller because, well, also I've been raised with a controller, so it just, it fills my hand, it makes me feel, that sounds scary. Oh, God. No, it makes me feel like I'm grasping something that is okay, this sounds, I'm not a murderer, but it makes me feel like I am killing them when I hit the trigger. You know what I mean?
Right.
Whereas if I hit a mouse, it's not the same feeling of satisfaction. It's like just me clicking something. Whereas if I'm doing this, I'm actually pulling a trigger that's pulling the trigger on the game.
Okay.
Racing, I feel like I'm actually pushing down the pedal.
Right.
You do it on one of these, it's usually a button or so on.
Right.
And then also steering in general in computers is just garbage. Because it's either you move the mouse left and right to turn, or you use WASD. And it's just not as good as using a toggle.
It's either turning or not turning.
Yeah.
And that's usually all you get.
Yeah.
But with controller, you get that added things, and that's why a bunch of a lot of PC games that are like really driving intense, people actually get a driving controller that's literally a steering wheel and pedals.
I want that.
And they attach it to their desk, and they
one day I'll get that.
Yeah.
One day.
One day.
But
we'll get there.
Yeah, so I just recently, about a week ago, I think, right?
Yeah.
Got my PC. I sold my PlayStation 4 a month ago, I believe. Maybe 2. Yeah, 2 months ago. And it was a hard time for me. It's weird because games aren't really that large of a portion of my life, but I always went to them at nighttime. Before I went to bed, I'd play like Overwatch for an hour and a half and then go to bed. And for some reason that made me a bit happier. But now all I have is YouTube, which YouTube is great, but sometimes you run out of videos.
Right.
So like I needed that game background thing. The only thing also, this is going to sound fucked, but I feel like you're able to relax a lot more when you play with a console and a TV, because you can just like lay back, and
sitting
play.
back.
But even if I bring my keyboard with me, like on my lap, I feel like I can't sit back and relax while I'm playing a computer game. I feel like it just feels weird to sit back and relax in the first place, because I have the double monitor set up with the fucking tower,
right?
And it just feels weird to sit back. Like, I tried to put my legs up and use my controller, and I still felt weird. Felt like I had to be right near the monitor. So,
I mean, you don't have to be.
Although, Johan did tell me, he said that computer monitors are designed to be up close to you, whereas TVs are designed for you to be able to lean back.
Right.
So maybe that's why it's a bigger issue.
Yeah. They're, like, everything on the screen's going to be smaller.
Yeah.
Because you're supposed to be closer. So, yeah. What you could try doing is pulling your monitors closer to you. Like, closer to you on the desk, and then having your keyboard on your...
I've tried it.
Lap.
I couldn't. It just felt weird. I can't see, like, with me for keyboard, I have to have a very specific, like, I have to have my hand out this, like, further for my keyboard, and then I have to have the mouse back here for some reason. So if I have it right here, I feel like it's not right. I need to have a certain format when I play with the mouse and keyboard.
Yeah.
Whereas when I have a controller, I just sit straight up, and I have it between my legs, and I look at the screen. What are you...
That's what George said.
That's not even sexual. I said I have it between my legs when I was talking about a controller.
Uh-huh.
Oh, I didn't... Oh, yeah, that's weird.
Playing with that joystick.
Oh, God. Please, no. But, yeah, so... I feel that it's easier. In, like, PC, though, you have to... Like I said, you have to download a bunch of drives. Like, I got my PC... It's a really good gaming rig, but at the same time, has so many issues already. Like, I had issues playing sound. I had issues hooking up a headset. I had issues putting in my mic a couple times.
Right. There's a lot of things that can go wrong with the PC.
I had to reinstall Windows because it didn't install the audio drivers.
Right.
Which was so bullshit. And just like a lot of things can break. So like PS4, if something breaks, that's the only weird thing. If something breaks in your PlayStation, you're not like, I better get that part fixed. You're like,
gotta
buy a new PlayStation.
Right.
Like, you don't actually think about that in your head. But when computer parts break, you're like, oh, I can just go get a new graphics card.
Right.
Or something like that. Excuse me. So I feel that is kind of a good thing.
Right.
But at the same time, me and my dad are very like, we're the same person in the sense that I'll be like, oh, it broke after having it for a month. It serves me right. I just shouldn't have bought it. And then I throw it away.
Right.
That's the way my brain works. Like, if it broke that quick, maybe it wasn't worth my time in the first place. I learned a lesson. Like, my dad bought a TV. It was a $1,400 TV. Super expensive. It was like 65 inches. Got it. And lightning struck the house.
Fried.
And he didn't have the right plug-in.
Yeah.
And it fried the TV. And his first instinct was to go, serves me right. I should have used the right plug-in. That's a teaching moment. I'll go buy a new one and I'll use the right plug-in. And then I was like, you're not going to try to fight it and like go over to the store and be like, hey, I got this less than a month ago. I'd like to return it. It's broken. And he's like, no, it taught me a lesson. And then he just chucked it outside.
Wow.
Yeah. So I have like that old school way of thinking that like, oh, if my computer breaks right now, I'm probably just gonna be like, serves me right, should have stayed with PlayStation. And then eventually I'll probably end up getting another PlayStation or something like that. But I don't like the idea of having to get a PlayStation 5 when I could just get PC.
Right.
Another reason some people stay with consoles that they have friends that also have console.
Right.
I'm lucky enough to have all of my friends being those people that are like, you should get a PC Master Race. So they all already have a PC, but then some of them have a console. So now I can dip into the PC world, and everyone my friends can see me in this new adventure.
Yeah.
Without me going... Like, I'm going crazy, though. Like, trying to learn from controller to keyboard and mouse, so difficult. Like, I played Apex Legends. Check the game out. It's good. Sorry. So I played Apex Legends, and for some reason when I'm playing with a keyboard, I freeze when there's a shooter near me. So I'm like, ah! And I'm like, what do I do? And instead of clicking the button, my first instinct is to just start running. Because I forget... Because my problem is that I look down at the keyboard to remember what buttons to press.
Oh, right.
So as soon as I see somebody, I panic, look down, and by that time I'm already getting shot at, so I start to run. And when I'm on controller, I already know what to press. I think it's all just part of the learning as well. But I do think first-person shooters, I'm just going to stick with controller.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah. In Fortnite, I just find it easier to build with the controller.
Right, and I think what I really hope will happen is that cross compatibility is going to become like a mainstay of any game that comes out, and I hope that happens more into the future. Like Fortnite was, I can't say it was the first to do crossplay.
It was the most,
because I don't think it was
accomplished.
But it was the most accomplished one to pull that off.
Definitely.
And then I recognized that afterwards, Guns of Icarus, another pretty good game, does crossplay with PS4, but only with PS4, not Xbox.
And some places do crossplay with Xbox, but not PS4.
Right. But that's much easier to do because it's all Microsoft.
Yeah, that's true.
So
it's a monopoly.
PC and Xbox owned by the same people.
Yeah.
It doesn't take that much to do crossplay, but with PS4 it's harder.
I'm waiting for them to be like, oh, Spider-Man PS4 was so popular that we agreed to let it be released on Xbox and PC.
Yeah. That'd be nice.
I feel like that's going to happen eventually.
Hopefully.
Or someone somehow transfers the game to their PC and then starts selling copies of it illegally. That's probably going to happen.
Probably.
Somehow. But yeah, it's weird because I feel like cross compatibility is something that could be easily achieved, but they're just being stubborn.
Right.
But at the same time, I like to mock people. Like me and Kyle. Kyle will be like, hey, I wish I could play Apex with you guys. And me and my friend Joey will be like, no, you don't deserve it because you have a PS4. We're computer people now. And we'll just not play with them. But at the same time, they'll play on PS4 without me because I don't have a PS4. It pissed me off so much. I get a PC. Everyone's telling me to get a PC. 5 of my friends finally get it. And then everyone's like, dude, why the fuck you sell your PlayStation? I thought we were going to keep playing games. And I was like, you have a PC, but this person doesn't.
Yeah.
It's so I got to wait for every one of my friends to get a PC for me to get one and have fun. So now we're waiting for Kyle to get one. So then we can all be part of the same fucking, I think, cool kid group.
I think?
Yeah, I think.
Yeah. Let's go with that.
I don't know. Honestly, I don't know what's better. I know people say PC Master Race, but I don't know what's better. But I switched to PC for the simple fact that it's smarter.
Right.
May not be easier, but it's smarter. And I think that's... Also, you can't get Photoshop for a PlayStation 4.
Yeah,
you can for PC. You can't video edit on PlayStation. You can, but it's going to be garbage.
Right.
So...
I just realized something.
What?
That's not being shown too well.
Rants and Raves.
You
guys like the logo? My sister did it. Check her out, Jen Designs. Plug.
Anyway.
But yeah, so yeah, I don't know what's smart. I don't know what's better, but I know what's smarter, and PC is smarter. Also, not just cross compatibility, but backwards compatibility is a really big thing for people. And PC is like the ultimate backwards compatibility because you can get games that are from Nintendo.
Yeah, that's
for fuck's
true.
sake.
Emulators exist out there for you to do that.
For PC.
For PC, so.
And PlayStation 4 can't even play a PlayStation 2 game. So, it can't even play a PlayStation 3 game.
Right.
So, that happens. Then also, you can get games that are from PlayStation 1, 2, and 3 on your computer.
Right. I think...
Because you can get Uncharted 1 and 2
right.
for the computer.
I think PS2... like PS2 emulators are out there.
Yeah, they are.
And Wii emulators are out there. But I think that's the latest emulators so far.
Soon we'll have a fucking PlayStation 4 emulator.
Soon PS3 emulator will come out.
I don't think we need an emulator. A lot of the games have been released on PC.
Right.
But then again, emulator stuff is free typically.
Right.
Whereas, isn't that like the Raspberry Pi thing? Isn't that an emulator thing?
A Raspberry Pi is just like a little tiny mini computer.
Yeah. Joey makes those for $30 a pop.
And they make, like, they are kind of for emulators.
Yeah. Sort
of. But it's mostly just for, like, streaming videos to a TV that doesn't have, like, a Roku installed in it.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I didn't even know that.
So that's basically what they were supposed to be
They're
for.
cheap, too.
Also, they were also made for programming. So if you're programming a little robot, put a Raspberry Pi in it, and then you can code whatever. So they're meant to be compact little computers to be used for machines and
I was so
streaming.
confused because Joey brought a motherboard to my house, and I was like, mini tiny motherboard, and I was like, what the fuck's that? He goes, you'll see. Plugs in a USB, plugs into my TV. And I was like, what the fuck is going on? And then all of a sudden I see Mario Kart 64. And I was like, oh, like I was not expecting that. And we played Mario Kart 64. We played Mario. Is it just Mario 64? It's the one where you jump in
Super
paintings?
Mario 64.
Super Mario, yeah. And we played all those old ones, and I was like, that's such a cool system. The only problem is that it overheated really easily.
Yeah.
So we could, if we played a game that required a lot, like we played Super Smash Bros. But if there's a lot going on, it would freeze. And we were like, fuck.
Right.
But at the same time, it's still such an awesome accomplishment. But that is, once again, technically PC.
Right, technically.
And that's something that you can't get with PlayStation.
Right.
You can get all these like arcade packs for PlayStation where you can play older games. But PC, you can get almost all of them.
Those are specifically coded to run on on those versions of PlayStation. Like, if you have an emulator, you have that translating the code for you already. It's just the original code and almost the original simulator just broadcast to your computer.
I really think that it would just... Consoles should just... They should get over themselves in the sense that they should be allowing more things. They should be allowing backwards compatibility. They should be allowing online play with the older systems instead of lowering the quality of the online.
Right.
Because that's what they do. They make like the online servers more garbage for PlayStation 3 games so you can't use them after so long. Kind of like how Apple, the older your iPad gets, they slow it down.
I haven't recognized that, but I know that the older your Apple product gets, eventually they just stop sending you updates.
Yeah. And
so you can't connect to your computer anymore.
Do you know what's the worst part about that? I had an iPad, and they stopped doing the updates.
Yeah.
And it got so bad that I couldn't update, which means I couldn't even open some of my apps.
Right.
So I couldn't open Snapchat because it said you need to have the newer update for my Apple in order to open this. I tried to do Facebook, and it just stopped working.
Right. And
then it stopped working in general, but that was just bullshit.
Right.
It pissed me off so much.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. I just think PC is better. Mobility. Technically, laptops are PCs.
PCs, yeah.
And they're much more mobile than, like, if I'm not afraid to put this in my bag and bring it to work, although I am afraid, well, I'm not going to use a PlayStation at work, but I am afraid to put a game system in a bag with nothing else.
Right.
Because I'm afraid it's going to hit something and break.
Right.
So I just feel like laptops are just
But
better.
also, like your game system is the size of this laptop.
Yeah.
You still need a screen to play that game system.
Then you gotta hook up to a screen when this is all
in
one. And then you also have like gaming PCs that are the full towers that they have those battle packs. Have you seen those?
I haven't seen those.
So it's a backpack that they have the console of the PC on the bottom with ventilation ports, and then you open the top and it has the monitor. So you lean it up against the wall, you open the top, you plug in one cord, and it powers the entire system.
Oh,
and you can just play
I've seen those.
any spot.
Yeah, those are cool.
Those are really cool. One. Kyle really wants one, but then he found out just the backpack is $250.
Yeah.
And I was like, you can make your own backpack. Like, you can go to Goodwill, get one, and then start strapping in. Oh, I can make stuff like that.
Sure, but it wouldn't look as nice.
Obviously, you haven't seen the type of things I've done.
Okay.
I rig things up to be beautiful.
Sure.
I'm pretty good. I'm awesome. My name's George. But yeah, it's just, I feel, like I said, consoles need to get over themselves. They need to start allowing more. They need to stop ruining experiences for people.
Right.
Also, PlayStation gets hacked like once a month.
I actually haven't heard about that, but I do not doubt it.
We would just be like playing games and then everything would shut down and be like, you're experiencing server issues. And then we would check what's going on. And then find out PlayStation was hacked and everyone's account could have been compromised, so they're taking they're taking precautions, and then no one could play online for like 6 hours.
Right. And
then we're like, what the fuck are we gonna do now? Like, the only options when you're 20 years old is play video games, have sex, and commit suicide. And 2 of those were out because we're all ugly. So.
I feel like that sends the wrong message.
Which one is the final option? You don't know. I'm not saying we had to kill ourselves. Maybe we had to have sex.
Okay.
Sorry. But see, that's part of my real sense of humor coming into the podcast. Sorry. But yeah, so it's just one of those situations that I don't know which one it's straight towards. What do you think is better? I know the answer, but what do you think is better?
PC, but console has its merits. I agree with the whole controller thing.
Yeah.
In fact, I have a Xbox One controller that I bought specifically to plug into my PC, which is funny.
Yeah.
Because it's an Xbox controller.
Still Microsoft.
But it's still Microsoft, and it's still compatible, and it's still excellent for shooting up cops in GTA.
Oh, Jesus.
So
I say something about committing suicide as a joke, and it's a problem. You start talking about shooting cops.
It's a video game.
So is death.
Death is not a video game.
Yes, it is. You can take the drug on GTA that kills you. Boom. GTA suicide, then.
That's not what you said.
That's GTA suicide. Oh, yeah,
anyways.
I forgot that you can play games offline.
Yeah.
But nobody does that anymore.
No one really does that. Because it's mostly just, like, playing with friends is so much better.
I tried to get people to come over my house and play, like, zombies from, like, the good old days. But everyone's like, why would we do that when we can just go on...
Stay at home and do it.
Yeah, and I'm like, I don't want to use the internet. I want to hang out with my friends.
That's why PC is better.
No, because I talked to you and Johan the other day, and you guys were like, no, just stay on Discord and watch Netflix on the computer. And I was like, why? And they're like, because you're hanging out with us.
Yeah.
No, I'm not. I'm trying to watch Netflix. You think I want to hear people talk as I'm watching Netflix? You know how many times I'd be watching it, you guys would say something, and I'd click pause and be like, what? I didn't know what to do. But then again, you guys are used to that.
Well, I mean, yes, we're used to that. But at the same time, if we were here, we'd probably still be doing the same thing.
I don't fucking watch Netflix while my friends are visiting. I try not to. We watch YouTube videos together. You know what I really miss? It was like when I was younger. I don't know if you had the same experience, but my brothers, my sisters, my cousins, they would all come to my house. And we would set up the original Xbox, put on some like fucking Halo, and then we would have 3 or 4 controllers and all just take turns killing each other like teenagers do. And it was just fun. It was just...
For us, it was zombies. We'd get me and my brothers. We'd hook up the Xbox 360 in the living room. We'd have 3 controllers. We'd all play on like the tiniest little portion of the screen, right? Yeah. And so I'm like focusing up in the corner here, and then we see one screen go red, and we're like, oh, they're down. Gotta go. It's like
that's pretty great.
So yeah, and it was great, and I had fun doing it, and that's kind of what sparked my inspiration for getting. That's half of what sparked my inspiration for getting a PC was because I love gaming.
Yeah,
but
I like split screen multiplayer gaming more than I like online.
Yeah,
I don't like losing portions of my screen, but I just like the communicative feel to it.
Right.
Like another game we used to play when we were younger was Ghost Recon. Just like the original Ghost Recon. It was the original Call of Duty, in my opinion.
Right.
Like Call of Duty 1 and 2 didn't really have the multiplayer, as far as I remember. They didn't have the multiplayer function. Right. But Ghost Recon did. So you could hook up 4 controllers on the original Xbox and just shoot your friends. Completely normal. And so I remember, like I said, my cousins would be over, my brothers, my sisters.
You could go back farther than that to GoldenEye.
Yeah, that's
N64.
actually, I was going to mention that. Yeah, we used to play that with, I think you could play 4 players.
I think so,
on multiplayer. And it was, if you go back to that now and you actually try to play it, you gotta realize, the controls on that game were so fucking difficult.
Yeah.
On the N64 in general, like, what the fuck is up with that controller?
Yeah, the controller was
You put
not
your left
great.
hand on the center of it.
Yeah.
And it was weird.
It was weird.
But, like, I remember you would, like, the one guy who picked Odd Job was a fucking asshole.
Yeah.
It was always that one guy, and then, like, he would just run around and fucking hit you in the nutsack. And that was, like, that was his thing. He'd kill you via nutsack. And then, or you'd just get shot in the balls, and you're like, where is he? And you'd forget how to look down. Because it was difficult to aim and look down. And you'd realize he's coming after you, and you're like, I'm fucking out. Or if someone has the golden gun, they're just shooting you in the face over and over again.
Right.
But... like it was still a better feeling than playing online, in my opinion. But although playing online does have its perks, because I remember Call of Duty Zombies Black Ops 2 Transit was like the funnest fucking thing to play with friends. So like I played with, and you could play up to like I think 8 players. No, you had to 4 because you only had 4 characters to choose from. So I would play all 4 from kids from school. And that was the only time in my life I got to level 45 on Transit. And it was because we had one player named Nick. I'm not going to say his last name, but we had one, and he was like, he filmed him playing, like he was that big of a pro.
Right.
So he like got through the levels without an issue. And he knew exactly what to do, how to build everything. So he was kind of just holding us along the entire time. He knew how to train the zombies perfectly, and I knew nothing.
Right.
But yeah, we got to like 45. And then also like on Alcatraz, I don't know if you played that.
No, I didn't play that one.
Oh, so your main goal is to build a plane to get off the island, and then you land on some bridge, and then you have to go through a portal. And the portal brings you back to another area. It's basically never ending. You never really win. You win, and then it keeps making you redo stuff.
Right.
But that was the only time I made it onto the bridge and kept killing zombies and shit. And that was amazing for me, because I had never experienced winning zombies. I didn't think that was actually a real thing that you could do.
Yeah.
But that's off subject from what we were originally saying.
Definitely off subject.
But yeah, so... And then also, one thing we only brought up for a quick moment was that PC isn't just for gaming. It's such a large variety of things. Video editing, photo editing. Oh, one thing I wanted to tell you is that I plan on getting into photography.
Yeah.
I wanted to... Me and Johan were going to go out this summer and do photography, and we were thinking about doing, like, reel of our photos on our channels.
Right.
And then also, I want to start vlogging. So I need some way to video edit. So I'm going to be using my computer.
Right.
Check out the vlogs when they come up. We're going to need you. We need views.
Yeah.
Please. But yeah, so I want to be vlogging. I plan on just doing fun things, challenges and so on. And I need some way to edit those videos. And that's where the gaming computer comes in, because it's not just for gaming. It's good for a variety of things.
Yeah.
And, streaming.
Streaming. Yeah, that's a big part.
I want to start streaming, and you need a high-quality computer to be able to run all these things.
But also you need high-quality internet, and this guy is lucky enough to get that.
It's not really high-quality internet.
It's high enough quality to actually sustain a stream and a chat at the same time.
I have consolidated communications, which means my internet's good, but it's no spectrum.
Right.
So,
but it's still pretty good for out here in the middle of butt-fuck nowhere.
I live in the country, but it's not like deep country.
Right.
But
it's limbo between cities.
Yeah, it really, well, not really cities. It's limbo between towns. Like, so you got a small town and a small town next to me, but my town is the smallest, and those are the only two that actually people know their names.
Right.
So, but yeah, so it's good for a variety of things. It's good for literally fucking almost anything.
Almost.
Like, you could watch some fucking HD porn.
Yeah, if you
then
wanted.
Switch to whatever, it's 1680 YouTube. Wait, is it 1680? The highest quality in YouTube video.
1080.
1080. You could go to 1080 YouTube videos and you stream without a problem if you have good internet. Actually, that has nothing to do with the computer. And then you can play some high quality games.
But
back to the porn.
I think one of the I guess really something the best about PC. Wow, my words. I'm sorry.
Really something the best about PC.
Yeah.
Okay, go. I believe in you.
Give me a moment.
Okay. Moment of silence.
Okay. The best thing to look forward to about PC is the future of VR.
Oh, yes.
And where VR is going.
It's going
because I think in the future, VR is going to become not just the headset, but we're going to have like more interactive controllers, and we're going to have like more interactive floor space. Like we might actually see the floor moving beneath us.
They have like the Omni track.
Right. And that needs more computing power that I don't think consoles could do.
Oh, no.
So
if you've ever played PlayStation VR, which I used to have, it has so many issues.
Right. The tracking is horrible.
It's fun, but the tracking is really bad. Like, you could be, like, playing and, like, you're trying to stab somebody and it looks like the controller's stuck here.
Right.
But you're actually swinging and it's not registering until you get back to a certain area.
Right.
Yeah. It's like my phone trying to fucking take a Snapchat video. It just freezes halfway through for no reason.
Right.
But I agree. I think VR is going to go more places than it is.
Yeah. I think it is.
And that's exciting. I think one of the biggest problems with VR is that some people are going to get dizzy while using it regardless of how good of a quality it is.
Right.
Unless they start making VR lenses that fit your prescription.
Right.
Which would be crazy. But that would be cool if there was like a click-in thing so you could order your glasses prescription.
Yeah.
And then
that would be
you
cool.
Click it into the VR headset.
Or you could just be able to wear your glasses underneath the headset.
Yeah. I feel like that's going to make it difficult because then you're going to have too much darkness around the edges because you're providing space for your glasses. So then it's not going to be as inclusive.
I don't know. We'll see. Maybe they'll do something that, I don't know.
Like a screen around?
Like a lens that refracts off of your glasses.
Oh, that'd be cool.
So the image is literally on your glasses instead.
I think the worst thing that ever happened with my PSVR is that I was playing Rick and Morty VR. Great game.
Great.
And if I looked to the right, for some reason the headset was registering that I was looking to the left. So I'd like go to look at the work desk. You know what I'm talking about.
You're right. And
I'd look towards the garage door, and I was like, what the fuck? And I'd look to the garage door, and then it would go over there. And that was so weird for my brain to comprehend. I was like, what is going on? I thought I was going crazy.
Right.
And it turned out it was backwards doing everything. So if I looked down, it would look up. If I looked up, it would look down. And I was like, you know how difficult it is to play?
And I'm guessing you had to restart it to get to work.
I took it as a challenge. I tried to do, I was like, the worst part was like having to pick stuff up because it'd be over here. And I'd like look over here and then lean this way and grab it.
Right.
And it was funky. It was weird.
It was almost like a brain puzzle at that point.
Yeah, but I got through it because I'm a fucking champ.
Yeah.
Okay, that got off subject again. But
I think that was on subject. VR. Yeah. We're looking forward to it.
Yeah. Virtual reality porn.
And even mixed reality. You've heard about mixed reality?
Yes.
Yeah.
It's pretty awesome.
I actually want to get one of those mixed reality headsets. They're cheaper than VR headsets because the sensors are in the headset. Yeah. Which is nice. I want to try one of those.
I think what's cool about some headsets is that they do like a puff of air. Like it registers if you're about to get punched.
Oh, yeah.
And it does like a... So you actually feel like you're getting... Something's doing something, so it's more... Right. You feel like you're in it. I want to get a full body suit that if you get stabbed, it like shocks you in that spot. I think that would be so cool.
A light shock.
But I could not. I don't want to see myself in like a full body CGI looking type suit because that would be gross.
That'd be No,
you can't say it. That hurts. If I say it, it's okay. You dick. Okay, but no,
you're fat.
Yeah. Hi. I'll be done crying in a minute. But no, it's something that like would be amazing. Also, just gloves, like instead of controllers, gloves. But although the controller does give that nice feeling of like I said earlier, when you hit the controller, the trigger, it feels like a real gun. Whereas if you're playing with gloves, it's gonna feel like you have no resistance. Right. Which wouldn't feel like you're actually grabbing stuff.
Well, I don't know if you've seen it, and I'll show you the video afterwards.
I think somebody already adapts some.
There's a new controller. So, Steam is actually making their own headset. Now, Steam previously was contracted by another company, HTC Vive.
Oh, yeah.
And so, Steam made that headset, but it wasn't really their own idea.
Yeah.
So Steam is now, or Valve Corporation, is making their own headset that's apparently going to have much better tracking, and they have these controllers called the Knuckles, and it actually
I've seen those.
It senses how much you're using your fingers on the controllers, and it's so cool.
Is that going to be more expensive or less expensive than the Vive?
I don't know.
Because the Vive is already like what, $400?
Right.
It's expensive.
That's just a headset.
I would like to set up a full room.
Right.
Dude, if we get funded, we'll set up a full room.
We'll get money.
The HTC Vive. You don't just say give us money. You have to.
We're gonna
talk it up.
If we get enough money to like do like some sort of VR setup, we will record it because we have that gaming PC now. We can set that up, and we can even stream that stuff for you guys.
Should we make
if
a Patreon?
If you're interested, maybe we should.
I think we should make a Patreon and make one of those GoFundMe.
No, I think that's too much.
I don't think it's too much.
I think a Patreon.
Let's just say one person donates $15 to the Patreon, and then another person donates $15 to GoFundMe. Then we have $30.
I mean, GoFundMe is more of a like a charity type.
I could say
situation.
that I was dying.
No.
Like, I'm dying, and people are like, oh no, he's dying. Why are you dying? It's like, I'm so poor that it's killing me on the inside. Money.
At a point, you're just lying.
Money. I'm the crab. Mr. Krabs. But I think I wanted to start a Patreon, but the thing is, it's just so common to have a Patreon that it's like, people are going to be like, oh, they're just money grubbers.
Right.
That's exactly what we are. I don't get...
It feels cheap. But if you want to support us, then
that's like the best way.
It's the best way to support someone you actually like.
We have about 20 viewers.
Those 20 viewers could like us enough to give us $1.
Some of our viewers some of our videos have only gotten like 5 views. So you guys gotta pump up those numbers. Those are rookie numbers.
Yeah.
We gotta get this going.
Do more.
It's actually let me just bring up though. One of the big things about getting viewers is uploading content frequently, and we haven't done that because of bad weather and this fucking guy. Yeah. When the summer comes around, there will be no more excuses. Yeah. To have. He's like, if a one snowflake fell on my porch, can't make it. The roads are scary. Fuck yourself. No, that's not the weather. How it goes. No, we live in Maine. the weather is ridiculous. It's like, oh, it's a sunny day. He walks outside and there's 3 feet on your doorstep, and you're like, oh,
yeah,
that's fucking weird. And then you find out that the roads are garbage because we're in Maine and nobody knows how to plow properly.
Yeah.
But yeah, so if I were you guys, I'd check out every video we do, because we're gonna upload hopefully once a week again.
Yes.
Hopefully.
We're gonna get into that groove eventually.
Eventually. We had it down.
And then once we get into the groove, we'll have recorded enough so that if we miss 5 weeks, we'll still have plenty of videos to upload for you guys.
What we are starting to do is videos. Yep. And we're going to start, like I said, we're going to start doing vlogs. We're going to start streaming. So then those streams I'm going to record, and I'm going to edit, and I'm going to put on YouTube.
Right.
I just plan to do so many things if I ever get the time.
And you're going to see some more challenges.
Yeah.
Some sort of challenges coming from this guy.
Yeah.
He recorded them before, and now he just needs to edit them.
Yeah, I have an old video of me and Kyle, which you guys, I think, if you've watched the other videos, go check it out somewhere. I don't know how to edit that stuff in.
It's up in the top left. Top left or top right. I don't know.
Go check it out. It's like his life. But no, we have Kyle and me, and we're playing. I might as well just bring it up, so then if I upload the video, they'll know. But we're playing quarters, and if you get 3 quarters, you win, and the other person has to drink a vial of something fucking disgusting or something good. We don't know what's in it. So we recorded about a year ago. I just went through it, made me laugh. Hopefully it make you guys laugh. So I'm going to edit it and upload it. I also am going to upload #roasted. I hope we can start a trend.
Hopefully.
It's very similar to, the Steven.
I'm not familiar with that.
You don't know? It's like the girl who's like, she's like talking to her husband. She's like, Steven. And then she like says like something like, oh, nice legs. When did they open? And then she'll go, oh. It's fucking weird, but it's funny.
It sounds weird.
So it's like that, but I'm talking. It's like I roast my friend Kyle and make like fat jokes, even though I'm bigger than him, because that's how friends fucking work.
Yeah.
But he's all for it. Don't go messaging me saying I'm an abusive asshole, because I know.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I'm going to be uploading some newer stuff. I plan on actually doing some good challenges with like a good setup. I think this recording setup might be good for something like that.
Yeah, I think it will be good.
Because we have the desk, and then we also have that whole setup, and I think that'll be really smart. So we're going to be trying to do more recordings of that sense. I want to bring you guys out on my fishing trips. I know some of this stuff might not follow the name Rants and Raves.
Right.
But we plan on doing a whole variety of things, and I think it's a good name in general, and I don't want to lose it, because it's something that people can type, because if you type in Rants and Raves, it's very common to have like a lot of people ranting. Right. So a lot of people will type in like rant, and we're actually getting to the point that if you type in Rants and Raves without podcasts, sometimes it actually pops up on the top something.
Nice.
Which is pretty good. And it's because most other channels, which is weird, they have like 75 videos and only like 12 views. And it's like, how? But maybe they just don't advertise in any way. I actually have I've thought about like if I ever get to the point advertising in like newspaper, like check out our channel. We do wacky stuff. I'm like,
who reads newspapers anymore?
Old people. Older people are the ones who read newspapers typically, and I don't think we're exactly within their...
No, you got to put it out on like Twitter or something.
Which is weird, because if I actually get into a conversation with an older person, I get along with them very, very well, because I have very similar thoughts on things.
Right.
We're like stupid fucking kids with their texting and murder. And that's a quote from Supernatural, by the way. But no, I get along with them really well, but when I'm around my friends, I would probably be known as like one of the stupid kids, because I say some dumb shit.
Sometimes, yeah.
Yeah, sometimes. Some really dumb shit, though.
Yeah.
It's like, it's amazing how dumb I can be sometimes. But, yeah, so we plan on doing some newer things to make you guys happy and hopefully make you laugh or make you cry. Hopefully we can just have something really sad in our life happen so we can be like, this happened, and then get views.
Sure.
Like maybe like one of us will die. Like that's kind of that's a guaranteed 15 views.
Guaranteed. Sure. Let's go with that.
If you die, I'm going to make like an entire eulogy on YouTube, and then like at your funeral, I'm going to pass out the link and be like, check out RantsandRaves.com. There's a eulogy for Alex. And like make everyone...
That'd be the worst eulogy ever.
Make everyone get on their thing.
You'd have to take out your phone and watch the eulogy.
And then just like the video is literally just me going, he died. That sucks. Who am I going to do podcasts with? Check out the previous ones on Rants and Raves. Oh, that's great. And I have like 5 friends that I can do the eulogy for, so that's a guaranteed 5 views. Like, 10 if the parents watch.
Why are you counting on your friends dying? That's grim.
It's gonna happen eventually. It might as well happen for views.
Eventually, when you're 50, at least.
I don't know if I'm even gonna have a YouTube channel when I'm 50. YouTube's probably going to be not popular at all anymore, and they're going to have moved to different services because of the whole ad revenue situations.
Right. We'll see.
That have been happening. Where it goes. But yeah. So that got bad.
No matter where YouTube goes, PC will go with it. And that's our podcast.
Yeah. So I hope you guys have a great day. Please like,
comment,
and subscribe, and we'll see you guys next time. Bye.
Bye.